Why is there 2 Endermen? Why did y'all steal my gravel? Y'all are trying to ruin my machines? Alright. I've never seen 2 Endermen at the same time. We got a problem here. We are gonna have to get rid of this. Why is there 2 of y'all? I'm trying to get out of here. Oh! Mo, come in the water, you big chicken. My God, ruining my build. Alright, let's fix this. Since 2 Endermen decided to come here and make leaks. Hey, rocks! Hey, Void! How's everybody doing? I thought the Endermen only played around downstairs, and now they're up here causing trouble. But yes, happy Friday to y'all, and how are y'all doing? There we go. Nope. Oh my God. There we go. Cuckoo. Let's see. No school for 3 weeks. Let's see. You bought your friend. Okay. Welcome. It is already hydration time. I was going to get my hydration drink, but we had Enderman. Oh my God. Enderman beat me up a bit. I'll be right back. Right back. Ooh. All right, it is hydration time. Everybody grab yourself a drink. Okay. Let's see. Paper stars? What do you mean paper stars? All right. So, now let's see. Let's build this one first cuz it's all it's going to be crooked, and then we'll build this last one that'll take care of that other thing. So, yeah. We have enough material for 4 flying machines, actually. But because my render distance, like my simulation distance is set to 4 chunks, I can't run all of them at the same time because they'll be too far apart. I did an experiment where I ran one. Well, actually, I didn't really run the experiment. The experiment just kind of happened. I ran one machine, and then I saw something like in the way, and I like swam all the way across to like fix the thing, and the machine stopped right here. So I can't be on opposite sides of the machines running. So I basically can only run 2 at a time. So basically, I'm trying to think how I can't run 2. There is this thing that the video said that like what do you call it? What's that material that you make out of the Badland stuff? You have to bake it and it turns all different colors. Uh, Badlands mud. You have to build it out some pieces out of that so the machines can run side by side. Oh, oh! I could just build a really big one. Yeah, 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 yeah. I could just build a really big one. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let's do that. I haven't built one bigger than 3 units, so let's... Yeah. Okay. Go away, please. So 3 that, then 3 glass. I should have just kept that there. I can pick that up. I can pick moss up with the pickaxe. Ooh, I wonder how long of one I can build. Ooh, I might do that instead since I can't, like, no. Since I can't fill up, like, the whole thing with, I can't fill up the whole side with machines because they'll be out of the render distance. I mean, simulation distance. Maybe I could just make one really big one. Interesting. I don't know why it's so hard for me to place glass right now. My brain's like all over the place. Come here. There you go. And polished. 1, 2, 3. Then glass. Yeah. Ooh, this is gonna be cool. Okay, so then we need slime. So let's bring some slime down. And let's also put slime here. Actually, how'd I get moss? Oh, wait, that's XP. Let's see. Let's fix this water so it's not causing trouble. Okay, eventually this is gonna go here, but I wanna get rid of these flowing blocks. No, it's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Alright, cool. That's fixed now, so break. Actually, let me go ahead and build the machine and then I'll break it. Because I do need some of those blocks there anyway. Okay. Let's go ahead and do observer. Sticky piston. Sticky piston. Sticky piston. Then slime. And slime. Then where's the other? There you go. Got him. All right. Then there. Let's see. Then for the honey section, it is that. This. Then honey. Then one more honey. Then a slime. Then sleep. Ba 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 da ba la la la. Cool. Alright, then glass across the top. And then slime. Actually, this needs to go. We don't need this anymore. Cool. The observer. Ah, hello. Get out of here. Then honey. No, slime. 1, 2, 3. Then put 2 up here. Then back over here. Observer. Sticky piston. Then honey. 1, 2, 3, 4. And slime. Then sticky piston. No, observer first, then sticky piston. Then slime. 1, 2, 3. Then put 2 more. Up. 2. Then observer. Sticky piston. And 2 slime. Then break the extra piece. Thank y'all. Break this extra piece. Thank y'all. This extra piece. Thank y'all. This extra piece. Thank y'all. This one. Thank y'all. Break these 2. Well, actually break this whole wall. Yeah. I was like, why do I feel like something's still spilling? It is. Go up and over. Let's see. The observer needs to go there, but I need to put this here. So it is a slime block. Actually, let's put the sticky piston. Nope. Let's... Can I place it if I just jump? Yes. Okay, cool. Then... slime block. And... that doesn't fix all of the water issues, but... once this moves forward, it should fix it all. Then... we need a temporary block here. And then observer. And regular piston. Yeah. And then slime. And then... oh, I forgot to put that thing there. Let's see. Let's put it in through here. No, not there. Through here. Observer. 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 There we go. There we go. Whew. Oh, slime, come back. Slime is not really like something I should be worrying about. We have infinite slime, and now that I've gotten rid of so much of the slime spawning spots, now they're actually starting to spawn in the ocean, and it's weird because like when they spawn and move around, they're all like fizzy. So that's odd. But yeah, we got our 6-headed flying machine. What happened? What happened? Everything. Oh. Is it because of this? Was that? Is this the reason? Something broke at the beginning. Oh, this should be the other thing. And then glass, gimme. Come here. Almost. Okay. Then. Yeah, everything moved properly except for this part. Why didn't... Is it because of that water that was like next to it and stuff? Or is it something that I didn't remove that needs to be removed? Let's see. So, everything has their L's next to that, so all of this moved properly. What's... Oh, I'm trying. Ah! Let's see. That's the L shape. That's all there. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's try it again. Let's put this in the right spot and then attempt number 2. Da 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 da. Try it again. What's happening? So it looks like the engine has to be fully submerged. So that sucks. Because whenever it breaks the water, it looks like there's a bunch of like things firing off, and it's breaking it. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's just break off the front parts after I fall in the water. Yeah, there's too many updates over here that it keeps breaking. How did this get way over here? Alright, all my pieces are there. I should have either 12 or 16 honey blocks. Actually, not yet. I'm going to break all this down first. So let me go ahead and grab all the observers and sticky pistons and all that. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and call another hydration time because it is hot here. Hydration time. Everybody grab yourself a drink. All right. Let's rebuild. Start the machine in the water, fully submerged, so we don't get any observer updates that like basically give the machine the hiccups. There we go. Let's go ahead and take a nap, and then by the time, and first thing in the morning, all the stuff should be floated to the top, or most of it. And then we need to eat some breakfast, get our health back up, and we shall be good. If we had breakfast in our hand, we are almost out of food, so I'm gonna have to run to the house to get some grub. And it's like running and jumping and twisting my ankle and fighting all these drowns. Okay, I should have 12 or 16 honey. I got 12, okay. And I think the other machine, if the other machine's over there, I should probably tear it down. No, it's fine. It shouldn't run like this. This one shouldn't run into it. Okay. So let's put down the moss so we can have somewhere to start. Actually, boom. Then 1, 2. All right. Hop into the water and let's go ahead and build this again. 1, 2. Go ahead and move the glass down there. Ooh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then what? Alright. Put our 2. Actually, let's just put more moss. Let's just build all moss. And then we shouldn't have to worry about taking it down because it should slide right along the machine. 1, 2. Also, it's causing more weird water updates, so did that fix it? Kind of. There's also water updates right there. That's weird. So let's just. Weird. I don't. Okay. Back to where we were. Okay, we need sticky pistons. We need observers. We need slime, and we need honey. All right. So observer. Booyah. Then sticky piston, and then slime. Let's see. Then 2 more slime, so we can build the next observers. And 1 observer, sticky piston. Then honey. Then honey here, and slime on the end. Temporary slime, then observer, sticky piston, slime, then slime and slime, then observer, sticky piston, honey. Boom, and back up. Hold on. Then observer, sticky piston, and slime. And 2 more slimes. Then observer. Sticky piston, and 1 honey for the last section. Then, go ahead and cap this all off with glass and polish. Then, let me walk across it. More glass, then polish, then glass, then polish. Then, let's take away all the temporary slime blocks, which would be you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Cool. Then, let's go ahead and put in our observer to start the engine. Let's put our sticky piston. Just place it. No. Sticky piston for our thing. Then temporary slime for y'all. Then observer. Then regular piston to push the whole machine forward. And slime. Booyah. Then we remove this slime right here. And let's go ahead and get rid of these for now, because I don't want them updating anything. And then let's get into battle real quick. Ah! Alright. Got all of our items. And then we ride. We ride across. Everything should be right. There's no more. This is solidly in the water. It shouldn't break apart until it gets to the end, which is going to just completely fall apart. And then we can go from there. So, the water bucket that starts everything. Why? Okay. I think it's this. Okay, let's try it again. Move the last, move this piston. To here. Put the slime. And let's try it again. Bucket and bucket. Okay. Okay, it's working, but I fell off. Okay, cool. Can I somehow get back on the machine? Let's see. Let's dive into the water. Get in front of the machine. Climb above the observers and hop over the machine. Ah. No! Get back on the machine! Okay. Hop. No! Let me on! Okay, we're on. Ah, machine! The machine broke because of the things. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't drop me. You better not drop me, machine. I will be very cross with you. Hey, we're on the machine. It made it through the water, so it's a nice little cutoff on the edge. And we are lined up with the obsidian, so it should stop properly. Actually, the moss is gonna bust it. Actually, no, the machine's gonna crash into the moss and like throw it into the ocean. Or it's gonna be lined up perfectly. No, no, I think a piece crashed into it. Yeah, one of the slime blocks crashed into it, but it lined up perfectly. Yeah, there's that. There it is. No, this also crashed into it. Okay. So we need to go back over there and like add a engine to it to get it restarted again, so we can bring the rest of the machine over here. Yay! We got it all the way across. All right. Grab that. Where'd this other moss go? I don't know. Like, there it is. Moss, come here. Thank you. It is dork. All right. So, let's see. We need this observer. So, let me grab that again. Thank y'all. And then I think I have all the pieces I need to make another engine. And then when that engine goes, it's going to come here. And then I need it to run into some obsidian, which I do not have. So let's borrow you. Cool. So let's go ahead and break off. Cool. Let's grab all of that. Then hoppity. Okay. The engine is gonna run around here. So I need to put a temporary block and then obsidian. And then remove that temporary block. And then get rid of this, because as soon as it touches this, it's gonna stick to it and crash. Alright, let's grab all these pieces. My pieces, llama. Alright, let's grab that. Put that over here. And that's the stopper. And let's go build the other engine so we can... Oh no. Okay. I need to remember that there's no water. I can't just leap like I used to, or leap it like I can in the other sections. So all these voids from where we put gravel before. The old dredging method. But yeah. All right, to the last piece of that. It doesn't look even. Why does it look weird? Huh. It didn't stick to anything. It's just the updates. With this updated and it confused it. So yeah. Can I place it? Like, nope. I can stand here now. Nope. Ah! I don't know if I can get that back. Okay. Let's put some temporary blocks so I can place it on the side. Place it to the side. There we go. And then hop into the water stream a bit, not a lot, a bit. Help. Okay. Here. And here. And then. Oh, did I do it right? There we go. Okay. And take these two off because they're no longer needed. Then. Ooh, are we going to have to do a honey engine? We are. Okay. I haven't done one of those. But it should be this. Well. No. Let's swap it. Let's swap all the engine out. Ah! Okay. Let's climb up here. Dry land. All right. Bring it. Whoo, boy. Okay. Okay. So then, this is going to be slime. This is going to be honey. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then, it's going to be glass, I believe, over there. No, this is glass. No. This is glass, then stone, and then glass. You know what? I'm just gonna make it all stone for now because I can't figure out how to approach this from this angle. Okay. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Ooh, stop. No. No signals. But that's gone forever. Bye. Alright, cool. So the one in one piece units are done. So now I need to build out the engine. So it is 1, 2, and then we need a temporary spot so we can put the slime that we need to put the other pieces. So then the face of the machine is a observer and then a sticky piston. And then slime. Then we don't need these anymore. Put that down. And then cover it with polished. And then right here we need another observer. And then right here we need a sticky piston. And then a slime. And then a slime. Then an observer. Then we don't need that slime anymore. Then we need a regular piston. Then I feel like I'm a mechanic fixing someone's flying machine on the side of a road. then the machine is fixed. So now let me pick up all the stuff that I've dropped. Cool. That's all of that. And then a bunch over here. All right. Then we walk into the ocean. And is it nighttime already? Been fixing this crashed machine on the side of the room all day. If anything fell down there, it is gone forever. All right. Actually, I can use this. Woo! Okay, let's use this to climb back up on the machine. It's like almost sunset. So it's like, do I want to take a gamble and try to get this thing to run, or let's give it a run. See if we can make it before sundown. All right. Go. Oh, no. 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 It just left us behind. Just like last time. Why? I don't. This green slime is right here. Is that even supposed to be there? Is that why it left? I think so. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Sleep. Well. So it looks like this part right here is not going to work because it keeps messing with the engine. Like this block right here that I put in here. When it tried to move the engine. Well, no, the engine worked. It's just the part that sent the signal through didn't work. Oh well, we could just gravel this because it seems like this is going to cost too much. It seems like this is going to cost too many issues. Hello, Juan. How are you?
Good. Figured I'd pop in. Not gonna stream, but figured I'd pop in just for a little bit.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I see you're trying to make a car. Or
Basically. Yeah, so I figured out how to make a flying machine.
Nice.
To like bulldoze all the water away. But the issue that I'm running into right now is that because we were using a different method before to get rid of the water, when I got rid of the stuff that we did before, it left behind this kind of like residue, I guess. As far like uneven water, that basically is what it left behind. And because of that, every time the observer runs, it's like smashes into the like uneven water, it sends like an extra update, and it confuses it, and the machine misfires. And once it misfires, then it just it's basically like a huge cascade, and like it disconnects the machine from itself, and basically it all just falls apart.
Okay.
But yeah. So basically, I have a little redstone thing that you kick off the first piece, and then the rest are like little plungers, like automatic plungers that like they stick. It's a sticky piston. The machine pulls it one block forward, and then all the sticky piston pulls the rest of the machine behind it. And as it does that, it's pulling like a 3x3 wall. As soon as it pulls it forward, it gets rid of 9 blocks of source blocks of water. So basically, the engine is like, okay, I move forward, and then all of y'all pull yourselves forward by like on your own. So it's really cool. I just have never done this before, so I am running into all kinds of issues, especially because I didn't start with this method at the beginning. So I'm gonna try this one more time, and then I will just leave this uneven area for the gravel method that we were doing before.
Why is there
wool?
Yes.
So, what percentage do you think we are done with this project?
I thought we were like making good progress until you showed the photo, or you like posted the photo, and then I didn't realize it at first, but I thought, I was like, oh look, like we're practically like it's not almost done, but we're getting there. And then I just looked at it again, and I was like, wait, there's so much more empty water. Like we have so much to do. And then I was like, oh. And then when you asked that, I was like, I'm assuming we're at least like 20 to 30%.
20 to 30%.
First, I was like, oh, cool. Like we're almost done here. We're about to build it up, and then you posted the photo, and then it took me a couple times to be like, oh, we have a long way to go.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, all right, new plan. So yeah, as far as the water is concerned, I thought we were like 20%, but I think we're more 10% of the water alone. So I was, oh, hello. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out a fun way to do this faster. Like, I don't want it to just be faster and be like just dead-eyed staring at it and like, all right, it's done. I want it to be like interesting, learning something, and making it faster. So yeah, so if you look over at the parts that were gravel that we did before, some parts are smooth, and then some parts are jagged, and the jaggies, the ones that are all jagged, are the ones that are causing these little car crashes that I have, basically. But yeah, so the wool, which is your question, is to mark like progress.
Interesting.
Once the water is down, basically, well, actually, let's say just the section that you're working on right now. Once you go down like another 3 levels, then we will add the next color, or at least I'll add the next color, and then basically we can like just note like, okay, we're down to like purple, we're down to pink. So whenever you stand back and look at it, you actually can see the progress instead of, that's a big waterfall. Then that's also going to correspond to the tower. Instead of me building out the design, like the colors that it's going to be. Oh, the machine froze in the middle of the air. Why did it stop up there? What, did it hit a cloud or something? Now I got a pillar up there and break it. Oh, that's a problem. Oh. We got a zombie Nautilus. Oh, interesting. So, you know how the zombies can ride the Nautilus?
Mhm.
Sometimes the Nautilus will despawn.
Oh.
And then he'll just turn into a regular drown with the trident. So
not as dangerous, but still dangerous.
yeah, nowhere near as dangerous. Like they fire twice as many tridents as normal, but it's weird because it's kind of like a toggle. It's like it'll be a trident drowned, and then it'll be a mounted trident drowned, and then it'll despawn. And I'm like, because it's like out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw one like floating, and then like kind of float up a bit, and then it like attacked me, and I was like, did he grow bigger and then all of a sudden attack me? But now I know from seeing it despawn, it seems likely that it drown with the trident will just be swimming or will just be walking around, and then a Nautilus will spawn under him. Or they both spawn in and they despawn at different rates. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, with the baby zombies and stuff like that, they sometimes spawn in on the monsters, or the mob.
Yeah.
So it could just be that too, but like a wider version.
Yeah. How you been?
Good. Gearing up for this week because I'm going to be working my film festival.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's just been like this week has been really slow. So I've just been like, just patiently, like not patiently, but just like waiting. Like okay, like tomorrow I have work, but sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, tomorrow I can sleep in. It's like no wait, I gotta work tomorrow, and then but Sunday I can sleep in. It's like but I gotta do laundry, I gotta clean and all that stuff. But I've been good. I recently finished my second edit of my short film.
Nice.
And it's looking a lot better. So, yeah, so we're slowly getting there, and yeah, we'll see. But I've been good, just trying to keep busy and distracted until like we can finally start the festival.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I took myself a bit of a break.
Nice. That's always good.
Yeah. It's something that I had been wanting to do for a long time. And
Where'd you end up going?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Yes.
Nice. You didn't have to tell me like the where exactly. I was just like, what?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's there's a convention.
Give me your vacation details right now.
Nah, nah, it's it was a convention.
Oh nice.
Yeah, and it's what was it? Yeah, it's something that they have every now and then, and it's one of the things that I wanted to see what it's all about because I've heard people talk about it.
Was this a gaming convention or just like a regular like work vacation or a work convention?
Like a work convention. It's yeah, it's interesting. I saw a bunch of different things. I saw some new thing. Basically, I found a bunch of opportunities that I
Nice.
could try. but then I also found a bunch of like stuff that I probably don't need to get into. But it was all exciting because I have the capability to do all of it. It's just I need to focus on what actually will work. So, yeah, it was interesting. It's like it was almost overwhelming.
I bet, yeah.
Cause it's things that I knew were possible, but then on a bigger scale. Like you know how some like what the you know how some content creators are like yeah, we have our own line of shirts and we actually talk directly with the supplier kind of thing. Like it's like that. It's not like, oh, we teamed up with like Teespring or whatever, or like all the other like companies that you can like add your logo to and stuff like that, and then go with like all the options that that company provides. This was like, we make the shirts and send them to Teespring. We can make some shirts and send them directly to you. And I was like, oh no,
And this would be like cheaper and stuff like that, or like
yeah, because basically with stuff that's like print on demand and with stuff that's like you go to a basically marketplace and put your information on a product, like a label, like a logo-less product, that platform adds their fee to the raw shirt, and then you add your design and then add your profit to that shirt, and then you price it and sell it to people. Hey, Fernu! Welcome back. It's been such a long time. Yeah, Juan, Fernu, say hi.
Hello.
Do you remember Fernu? It's been almost a decade.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. Wait, Fernu? Oh, maybe.
It kind of like, yeah. I'm a bit more familiar with it because I've been going through all the old videos and stuff like that, and I've been seeing all these old names and stuff like that, and I was like, oh yeah. But yeah. So it's like how some people are like, oh yeah, like the parts to make that is like 20 cents, like type of stuff. Where it's like you would go to the platform and they're like, okay, well the shirt's like $7, which is a good price to start. You're like, cool, I can get the shirt for $7, put my logo on it, and then add like $5 to it and sell it for $15. And it's like, yeah. Well, if you go directly to the people, they're like, well, first you got to order like 10,000 shirts, and you're like, oh. But 10,000 shirts at like 10 cents, you're like, you know? So it's interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm missing something. It's missing the thing right here. One thing that I found out that I don't like is walking on honey is a disaster. Because it doesn't let you jump.
I don't really walk on honey, so that's a good thing to know.
Yeah. Oh, and I tinkered with Kiki's like cherry farm a little bit. I didn't want to turn it into like this industrial thing because Kiki made it all nice and purty, and I didn't want to mess it up. But I did tinker with it because I needed like 40 bottles of honey, and they kept stinging me. All right, I've built it. I've moved all the weird water out of the way, so hopefully it doesn't like break again until we get over to the thing. So let's go. Ah, I forgot to move the other thing. Okay. Let's try that again. And then this. And then this. And then grab what I can. If anything fell down here, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it. Alright, back up top. So yeah, up. Oh, it moved. Oh, I can't get up here. Yeah. It's too low. There we go. Using them kick tricks that Kiki uses. Alright, let's try this again. No. Oh. Alright, it's working. I fell off of it, but it's working. We got one little weird patch of water, but oh, did it run into the... Why'd it stop? Oh, we got some more weird water. And the observer fell off. Okay. Good enough. Alright. I'm going to tear this down, and then we can actually build the big one. I'm actually excited. Da-da-da-da. But, yeah. Thinking that big is odd for me. Like
Yeah, you gotta look to like if you, yeah, it's weird to think about, but definitely like cool to think about too.
Yeah, it's like you see these things that like you see certain things in a store and you remember certain brands like, oh, like let's say Tyco or like I'm sure, I don't know, like Bandai Namco, and you're like, yeah, those are the people who make Gundam stuff and stuff like that. And then I go to the company and I'm like, hello, what do you have? I see Bandai on the thing, and they're like, yeah, Bandai comes to us to make the Gundams. And I'm like, oh, I skipped over the line. I don't have it
essentially.
Yeah, well, skip seven.
You went straight to the supplier essentially.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't have engineers who can give you a CAD document or whatever y'all use. So I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. I'm sorry. Let me not waste your time. So yeah, it was get in the water. Oh, you can't. I can't even get out of this current. But yeah, so it was weird. It was like it was some stuff that I've seen before, like some people who I recognize, and then other people I'm like, so what do you do? And they're like, oh, we are the source. I'm like, oh, I went in the wrong room. I'm sorry. Go away,
But even
zombie.
with that, I feel like when I was in grad school and I went to all these like communication conferences, and I was like, I didn't really know much, but I would go into these panels and just learn so much and be like, I have no idea if I'm ever going to use this, but this was very fascinating and it's something to think about. And you might never see that person again, and it's just like, okay, cool, that was nice. And then, but sometimes it's just like, yeah, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah, let's say like for the you know those U2s, like the pops that are like that are like modeled after content creators and stuff like that. I think they're called U2s, but let's just say pops since that's a more common thing.
What's the doll? Not the dolls, but
figures?
they're super popular right now. They're like people collect them in their boxes.
Pops? Is it pops?
Pops, maybe. Whatever. Oh, this is gonna bug me. Funko Pops. There you go.
Yes.
Funko Pops.
Yeah. So let's say it's a Funko Pop or something like that, and you're like, oh, I'm a collector of Funko Pops, and you go to where I went to, and they're like, how can I get some Funko Pops for like wholesale? And they're like, oh no. Funko is one of our clients. What we are looking for is for people to send us toy designs, and we will make your toys.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, never mind then. Yeah, so it was interesting. Yeah, I was like, that's something to think about. That's something that breaks my brain, and I kind of don't know what to do right now. So I will leave you to talk to the people who you actually came here to talk to, and
I'm gonna hit the buffet.
Yes. So, yeah, and it's like I've been to like anime conventions before. I've never been to like a business convention like this one before, and it's.
You know, they're kind of similar, but
They're-
they're also very different.
Yes, they're extremely similar, and like you said, they're also very different. So it's like, you know how regular conventions, they're like, there's these panel rooms and stuff like that, and then there's always this like dealer room where like all the suppliers and I would say merchants really are there, and I feel like merchants is like an outdated term for what those people are. Seller, like this is like dealers, like there's people who's like, if you're going to like a Comic-Con or something like that, there's people who sell costumes for your next cosplay. There's people who sell like comic books. There's people who sell action figures. People who sell movies of the stuff that's in the convention. There's people who sell fan art. There's all kinds of different things in the dealer room. For this one, it's like a bunch of displays, and they're like, here are our products. Our minimum order is 10,000. And here are the prices. And I'm like, I'm nowhere even like in the same city as this.
I've been to like photo conventions or like, and you walk around and like you see Nikon, you see Canon, and you see like all the major ones, and then you see like not the knockoffs, but like the smaller known products and stuff like that are like somewhere on the side and stuff like that, and then you see all the panels and stuff like that. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, it's it's like I wasn't ready for what I saw. I knew that kind of stuff was out there because I hear I hear content creators talk about like, oh yeah, we found a company in China to make the actual raw products and stuff like that, and I'm like, that seems out of reach for me. And then the one thing I've been wanting to go to for years, I go there and they're like, yeah, we I am here to represent the factory in China, and I'm like, oh, I do have a way to reach something like that. I don't have a use for it, but interesting. So yeah, it's I don't even know what to think about it. I'm kind of like gonna not. I'm kind of just all right. I finally did that, and then not really think about it again because it's out of reach. It's out of reach without doing a lot of work. And it's like right now I'm not ready. But
it's a very far off goal, but it's attainable as long as you are going for it, essentially.
Yeah, and it's like it is like that is some of the tools to be able to do some of the other things I have access to. It's just I need to make use of the access I have, and then me going to put like conventions like that wouldn't be incompatible with what I'm doing right now. Because like let's say it's making a shirt or something like that. If I had a way to like offload all those shirts, then I'm like, yeah, let's design us another shirt and launch it and make way more than if I used a platform that already is set up. But yeah, it's like cool. Let me drop $100 on 1,000 shirts, and they'll just sit there. They're cool. I designed them, and
now what?
Now I can't get into my office. So it's very, very weird. But yeah. So there was a couple companies that I had already worked with in the past. There, like 5-6 years ago, pre-COVID or pre and during COVID. Which I was like, hey, how y'all doing? They're like, oh, may I help you? And I'm like, oh wait, I was speaking to one specific person that may not even work at the company anymore. So I was like, oh no, I recognize y'all because I have an account. They're like, oh, you want to place an order? I'm like, no, but what was the minimum again? Last time it was like this, and they're like, oh no, it's like 5 times that. And I'm like, yeah, I was just looking. I don't. And they're like, what do you do? I was like, I did back in the day I did this, and they're like, oh okay, yeah, it's not for you. Is 4 times the price, not 5. I was like, still.
That's still a little bit rough.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, I have not put any effort towards that in so long that the market has recovered and expanded. People of my size don't qualify anymore. And I was like, dang, I got passed up. It's like kind of sad because I'm like, oh, I remember doing this before. And now it's like, nah, you got to do a lot of work. And like way more work than I used to have to do because not only was like there was back when I was working on that, there were a bunch of people in it, and then I figured out how to do that as well. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And then when everything shut down, a ton of people got into it and it exploded. And then it all shut down. And then basically the economy weeded everybody out. Hey, Felicity, welcome back. How you doing? They weeded out the entire field to where only the strong will survive is exactly what happened. And I turned it into a passive thing now, and I'm focusing on other things. And then every now and then I kind of like go back and think about, I was like, should I try to get back into that? Like, should I like lean more towards that? And all the companies that I used to work with and everybody basically like tripled in size. And their requirements to get new clients and stuff like that is 4 or 5 times more stringent. And
I imagine.
And now I'm like, oh, I can't even call up my guy because I don't qualify anymore. So I'm like, that sucks. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Ray is having a vacation.
Nice.
But yeah, it makes me sad. But yeah. It's like, what can you do? Things change. You gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to survive. Let's see. I don't know how I want to go about this because I don't know if I build the machine going back the other way, will it still crash? Or if going into the water doesn't break it, but leaving the water breaks it? I don't know. Or build it from the other side and that's what I'm gonna do. But I need to fix my shovel. My shovel is busted. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on things, keep doing what I'm doing.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, yeah, that's cool that you went to an actual like conference and like actually like tried to network and stuff like that and tried to see what the landscape was, even though it's vastly different and probably more expensive too. So just like it's always trying to figure out like what to do with everything.
Yeah, like there's this one lady and I was like, it's one of them things where I'm like, I try to preface like why I'm asking such a basic question, and she didn't really understand what I was getting at because it was such a off the wall basic question. So basically, I was like, I have the feeling that in my head, I'm like, I have the feeling that I kind of have no business being here, but I'm gonna ask questions and find out like where I sit. I'm like, am I outside and go go eat at the buffet, have yourself a good time, and go home, or am I? Yeah, you can work with our sister company for baby people, and they can help you with your little tiny stuff. And I'm like, where do I sit? Because I tried calling a big company like almost a decade ago, and they're like, oh, here's a list of companies that work for your size. I'm like, okay. And that ended up working out. But now I'm actually talking face to face to the person, and I'm like, how should I go about this? So I was listening to what the other, like, there was two people ahead of me, and I was like eavesdropping on their conversation to see like if I could find. I'm like, am I gonna ask a stupid question compared to hers? And it was such a generic question that like my questions would be the same questions, so I didn't really know what to do, and I was standing there long enough to where the lady in her head was like, that's the next person in line. Hey Fritz, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey Eli, welcome back. So I was like, I can't just walk away because she already like in her head was like, this is the next person. So once she finished talking to that other lady, she walked straight towards me, and I was like, oh, she already asked my questions. I don't know what to say. So I was like, so I haven't done this before, and I was curious, like, how does this work? Like, and she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, that's that. And then I pointed to the same thing that the lady pointed to, and I was like, what about how much are these? And she's like, oh, how many are you looking for? And I'm like,
That's a great question.
That's an excellent question. I have no idea because I don't know what you do. So I was like, I'm not sure. And she's like, well, our minimum is 100. And I was like, okay, 100's a good number. And she's like, because we can do like less, but then you would have to pay like a pattern fee. And I'm like, sure. I still have zero idea what this is, but sure. And she's like, okay, so for something like this, we also could do custom designs too. And I'm like, okay, that's good to know. And then she was like, okay, so if you do 100 of these, then she pulled out a calculator and was like, tappity tap 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 tap. And then she's like, okay, we can do like 50 cents. And I'm like, 50 cents for 100? Or 100 of these for 50 cents each? I feel like that's a stupid question, so I don't want to ask it. So I just said, okay, and then left. Because basically, the answer to my question was 50 cents or $50. Either way.
Yeah, that's a huge difference right there.
Yeah. But either way, that's a good number. Because if there's little patches that you can iron on things. So like at other like print on demand, design your own design kind of thing, like if you wanted to sell like shirts or hats or something like that, 50 cents isn't even in the question. You're starting out at like $3 to $7 before you put your design on it. So for them, there's like customized little bitty patch for 50 cents each. That's the best price I ever heard. And if it's 50 cents for 100 of them, I'm like, that sounds like sweatshop, but that's even incredible. It's like half a cent each.
Let's not
So
think about where these came from, but
yeah, it's like don't look behind the curtain. Hey, cool Elijah, how you doing? That's a cool name, actually. No, because Jahir. Hey, yeah, Jahir was here last week. Hello, welcome back. But yeah, it is hydration time. But yeah, so 50 cents each is an incredible price, and I was like, huh. Do y'all do stickers? Because there's a bunch of sticker shops and stuff like that that you can get a okay price, but like, can I get a 50-cent price is the question. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. It like my brain is completely overwhelmed because it's like I don't know if I should even pursue it, because it's like, yeah, it may work out, but as something that I could do, but it's I don't have the bandwidth basically to start something new. A couple more pieces of things, and then actually I can throw this in the trash and throw this in the trash. And there we go. Okay, it's fixed. Turn that off. Yeah, so I'm like, why? Why? It's too much. I can't think. I don't want to think about this. Why did I come here?
well, that's exactly why you came there. Just see like what's possible and what's not possible.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's so I'm gonna be thinking about this for a long while. Um. Oh,
Are they going to do other conventions like that, or was that just like they do that once a year kind of thing?
Oh, I think it's gonna be the 50th anniversary soon, and they do that twice a year.
Hey.
Yeah, so they're not going anywhere. Or 35th? No, I don't know. They're having a big like multi-decade anniversary, and yeah, they run the convention 2 times a year.
Nice.
Yeah, and I will always go to the spring one because I don't want to melt. Because the other one is on the opposite side of the year, and that's when the sun is like, you know what? I think I might cool down soon, but I haven't made my decision yet. And I'm like, nah, I need to go when you're like, for sure, I'm going to be cooling down. And I'm like, okay. When you're not actively trying to melt me, I will go. But yeah, it was fun. We went to Denny's 3 times
Hey.
in 2 days because everything's expensive. We were there and we were like, I'm thirsty. And I was like, okay, let's see what there is to drink. And one thing was like $6. And I'm like, ooh, that's too much. Hey Fritz, welcome back. How you doing? And I was like, $6 for just a drink? No, thank you. um So I was like, what about just some water? And they're like, oh, we got water, $4. I'm like, that's still too high. You're doing good, nice. Um, so then we went to another area, and they were like, oh, our water is $6. I was like, what? What are y'all doing?
Well, yeah, I've been reading. I read some article the other day, or just been passing and stuff like that. That Vegas is like super duper expensive these days, and just for no reason at all, because they do like the Formula One stuff and like all those events and stuff like that. But it's like, it's slowly like people are not coming because of how expensive and how it's gotten very empty.
Yeah, one of the locals that we took the Uber from was talking about that on the way back. Um, so yeah, it's hey Rox, welcome back. Um, so yeah, I was like, okay, well, we don't want to like die from dehydration, so we gotta buy something. So I was like, all right, whoever has the cheapest water, hopefully it's not $4, and it ended up being $4. So I was like, fine. So me and Ray Ray split it because I'm like, I'm not buying $8 worth of water. So we finished walking around the place and then left, and then we were hungry, and everything. Well, actually, while we were there, like the little tiny like Chinese takeout box squares boxes things. They're like what 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches. It's like you can almost hold the box in your hand. Them things were like $7 each. And I was like, oh my God. Why? And I know better. I know better than to buy food at any convention. Comic convention, business convention, anime convention. I know better than to buy any food there. It's always double what it should be. But there's nothing for miles because the convention center is so big. So we went ahead and like got some pot stickers and some fried rice because that shouldn't be bad. Hello Ellie, how you doing? And we left very quickly afterwards because I was like, I'm not. I would go broke just being at this convention. And I started looking around and I saw a Denny's and I was like, ooh, is it regular Denny's prices or is it Vegas Disney?
Yeah, Vegas Denny's.
And I was looking at the prices and I was like, wait a minute, $8 for a meal? Okay, I think that's normal. So we went.
How big is the plate? Because I remember last year I went to this breakfast spot, and I got whenever I go to because New Jersey has like great diners and stuff like that. So whenever for breakfast and stuff like that, I'll get like 2 eggs and hash browns and some bacon and some toast.
Mm-hmm.
And usually you get like a really good like plate, and it's full of stuff, and it's like not even $10, not even. And so I went to this place, and it was like the most pitiful looking eggs ever, and I was just like, really? And it was like 2 strips of bacon, and the hash browns weren't even like cooked to the way I wanted. It was like everything looked super sad, but I was really hungry, so I was like, okay. And it was a little expensive, so I was just like, never coming here again, that's for sure.
It wasn't that bad. It seemed normal. I haven't gone to one here to compare. Is like the 5 times that I've gone have always been on vacation. So I plan to go very, very soon because I'm trying to find like something that's fairly quick and something that's outside of my house to where I can like get some things done. And then like get some things done remotely and then come here to do stuff quickly and sleep, because I've learned that I can't get like if I have all day to be at home to get something done, that thing will take me all day to get done.
Same. I noticed with like my editing stuff, I can't do anything at home because I'm too distracted by my like computer and stuff, and like I get very distracted easily. So I'm just like, so I have to go out and like actually like go to a coffee shop or something.
Yeah. So, that's my new thing now is, on my days off, I can't be at home. um, so I'm starting to do that now. Yeah, and my go-to place was McDonald's, but I don't want to keep going there. It's like really close, but I'm like I want to do something completely different because that location only has one power outlet, and usually like I used to go to a different one back by Ray Ray's old job, and when I went there, sometimes the manager was there, like with the laptop plugged in, like doing manager stuff, and I don't want to be in the manager's way. So,
have you thought about the library?
We have one nearby. I thought about it, but because I've never done that, it feels extremely awkward.
I mean, I went to my library and I tried to get some work done, but I didn't realize they were having like an event for preschoolers, so they were setting things up. So I was like, I should have checked the times. But it's like honestly, like it's the perfect spot because it's like pretty quiet and it's like you can find a corner and they usually have a lot of outlets.
Okay. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe to give myself some variety, I'll add that in to like.
Or try to find like a coffee shop that like lets you stay there for a little while and just start work on like grab a coffee or like grab something so that way they see that you're not there just to mooch off their Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, any place I go to, I'm like I get something, and then I stay there for several hours. But yeah, I thought about the library. I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll try it. But then like I was thinking like IHOP or Denny's or something like that. But that the thing is like before I just wanted something to snack on, so I don't spend that much money. But now I'm looking for something where I can like actually get something to eat and not spend a lot of money.
Definitely the library then, or like a coffee shop.
Yeah, they have a couple like non-chain, like non-Starbucks around. But the ones that I've seen are mostly chains, and I've seen them because I normally don't pay attention to like coffee shops and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like I'm not sure if that's a chain or a local spot. I'm not, because I don't really go. I'm not really a big coffee guy.
Neither am I, but like they usually have like snacks or just like some like bagels or like sandwiches and stuff like that. So just like that's always good.
Yeah, I used to have a corporate job for about a year, and I used to get like a hot chocolate because they're like, oh, we got free Starbucks, and I'm like, that sounds like such a cool benefit. I don't care.
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, and I was like, cool. I get to drink this loaded up with sugar frappuccino every day. And I'm like,
That sounds like diabetes in a cup.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of them things where it's like kind of like what Kiki was doing with like her little adventures that she was doing. I'm gonna be doing that as well.
That's what I did this week. I was working on because my friends are my producers, so they're like my friend. She was like, all right, so this Friday, this is the deadline for the second edit, so let's try to get this done, and then we'll meet after the festival, and we'll talk about it and see like what the next options are. So Wednesday, I went to one coffee shop. Wednesday, I think. Yeah, one day this week, I went to one coffee shop in town, and then the Thursday, yesterday.
Hmm.
I went to another coffee shop in town, and both were nice, but I liked the one I went to first because that one was a lot cozier. And the one yesterday was a little colder, but it was like I posted myself in a corner and just started working on stuff. So just like yeah, so it's definitely like hit or miss sometimes, but you gotta play around with it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I tried the library, and I might do that again, but it was just like the the preschool event was happening as I was getting started, so I was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Do they have a bulletin board saying like what time of certain events are?
They probably did, but I just happened to check online and saw it was like I got there around like they opened at 10, and I got there at 10, and I was getting ready to work, and the event started at 11.
Ah.
So I was like, and like all these parents were coming in with their kids, and I was like, what's happening here? And then I saw the person like bring a cart of like musical instruments, and I was like, I think it might be time to go.
This sounds
And
loud.
yeah, it sounds very loud. So I was like, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. But the library is definitely a good spot because I mean, some libraries have like their own like quiet spots depending on how big they are. So it's like they'll have like a section for quiet spaces only, and then go from there.
Hmm. I keep forgetting.
You
I
might
had.
even
Oh, good.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I,
I was gonna say you might even want to go to like a local college's library too, because they're open to the public. So I'm sure they'll have like quiet spaces that you can work at and stuff like that. So
okay. I keep forgetting that I have access to this one lobby in a warehouse that has like a conference room.
nice.
Um, I've taken a couple of my tests in there. The only issue is that during the day, um, a lot of other people are there, and like
Mm,
I can't like it's a community. I guess like people who are in that building. It's a
yeah.
shared
So
conference room, so you have to
yeah.
like schedule it. And the only
Mm,
issue is that because I'm not there all the time, when I want to go there, I'm like I pull up the app and I'm like, okay, cool. Nobody has it scheduled, so basically it's up for grabs, and I want to work on my stuff for several hours, but that's not how that room actually gets used. The way it gets used is okay, we're on site and uh, we need to talk to so and so. Let's go hop in
mm,
that room and get on a call. So then I'm like, okay, like what I would do is I would check the app and I'm like, cool, nobody's in there. Let me go ahead and go up there and get set up and then reserve my time. And then I pull up and walk over to the room and the thing's just occupied. And I'm like,
yeah. So definitely go to like your local coffee shop or library and go from there.
yeah. So the way that I would have to use that room is because I get up early in the morning. It's like I can get up a little bit earlier and get the room at 5. Up. What is happening? Oh, 1 second. Um, Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So I can go super early, or I can go on the weekend. On the weekend, there's nobody there because it's not a business day. Um, or I go in the evenings if I wanted to drive home late at night. Um, so there's other times where can use that room, and that room is nice. And then there's a break room nearby it and all that kind of stuff, and it's like a perfect workplace.
Mhm.
And they have offices for rent. It's just this costs too much.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing that, like if I ever got like a little bigger with streaming wise, like get an office space and then essentially just make it my like job, where it's like I
Yeah.
go in and I stream for 8 hours and then I'm like, okay, I'm going home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exactly, and it's exactly what I need. Um, it's just I can't justify the expense.
Yeah. At least not yet. At least.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's basically this last week was like kind of like an audit on what I'm doing. It's like, all right, you have access to all of these different resources. You're not using any of it. Should you kind of work on that? Or
The answer is yes, you should.
um, but yeah, it's too much to think about, and I don't really know like how to approach it. But yeah, I would. It would be so cool to like do any of this stuff. Like to be able to go to a conference like that again and be like, yeah, put me down for 1,000. Or to like walk up to a booth and they're like, hey, Taka. I'm like, hey, what's up? Long time no see. You want to go grab lunch? Like,
We like you so much, we're gonna give you a discount.
yeah, man, I used to get that too. Sucks. But yeah, one thing that I've learned recently is a few people said it. It's like if you have a goal that you're working towards and you're not making the progress that you want to make, then it means you're working on the wrong stuff. So I'm like, okay, but what am I supposed to be working on? And I didn't get past that part yet. This weekend was kind of like a little bit of an audit on that. It was more like a reality check. It was more of, I would say 4 years ago, I could have taken some of those opportunities where I'm like, they're like, you do the patches and stuff like that, and like 50 cents each would be a perfect price. Then I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and like put my little logo guy on there, spend $50, and then like hand out those little things as patches, or put it in some kind of things that I'm like sending out and stuff like that. Kind of like a business card kind of thing, and that would have been like, I wouldn't even thought twice. Because that was, I think the business cards were like 10 cents. So it's like to have a like really colorful thing that you can also send out or give to other people is like just the upgraded version of that. It's like instead of a business card, you get a little fancy thing. And yeah, I wouldn't even thought twice about like just passing those things out. And then now I'm like, ooh, $50 though.
Well, I guess now you know to be like, okay, in the future, like you never know what's gonna happen in like a year from now when you go back to that conference, like you said. So it's like you never know. So things could change. So you never know.
Yeah. It just gives me an option of things to do, and it's like, do you want to put effort in that right now? And for the longest time, it's
maybe.
Yes, exactly. It's like, it's maybe, And it's like the main reason why it's not yes is because I'm trying to figure out something else first. Once I figure that out, then I'll know that I need to kind of turn back towards that stuff. But doing like, and it's like the goal that I'm trying to reach now will help that other goal. So it's like, I don't know. It's like yes and no. And it's like, how long is it gonna take me to reach this goal? I don't know. But yeah, it's eventually we will get there. So I know Kiki and Signature 100% hate AI. Everything AI. As soon as you say those two letters, they want to barf.
I also am not a huge fan of AI.
Like, just flat out kill the two letters, or flat out just remove those two letters from existence, or most of, like, because...
So I understand from like a logistics point of view, like you have a bunch of numbers and you need them crunched, and you can't, like a person can't do this in a specific amount of time. But I read somewhere that an AI, some company did this, and they were like tracking the numbers, and it looked good, but it looked good, so they didn't do anything about it, and it turns out the AI lied about everything. And they just made the numbers up, and it was just this whole thing, and it was very interesting. So it's definitely like you gotta like constantly look after it and stuff like that. So obviously AI art, obviously absolutely not, like no AI art allowed. Like person needs to make art. Like no one, AI is essentially stealing the art from the people or whatever. So obviously that, but definitely like on the logistic sides of things, or just like
as a tool.
Maybe, yeah, as a tool. Because, yeah, I don't know, something with that aspect maybe, but I don't know. As an artist myself, I'm like, it doesn't, like, I'm always constantly like, now I'm like very critical about like all the, because I'm a photographer, was a photographer for a while, and now like my friends that are photographers are using AI, and I'm like, why are you using AI? And it's just like this whole thing. So I don't know. It's very like I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like it. I can see the use for it, but as of right now, like every practical use that I've seen for it, it's good for the moment, and then it just messes up royally.
Okay. So you seem like in between me and Kiki and Signature. So I am on the same page as you as far as like generative AI. Like I don't like generating something and then going with that.
Right.
Generating.
Like
okay.
Sorry.
Oh, generating content.
I know, like,
go ahead.
Sorry. I know some video game companies. I think it was like Larian Studios for like Baldur's Gate 3. They had AI placements and stuff like that, and some other companies. I think it was Expedition 33 or whatever. They had AI placements for like some models and stuff like that. But they were like, oh yeah, we're just gonna use this for here, and then once like the game gets pushed out, we're gonna remove that and add actual humans. And Helldiver, no, not Helldivers, the newest battle royale game. What's it called? Give me 1 second.
We be swimming.
What was it called?
much gravel. It's ridiculous. We're closing in on 20,000 gravel.
Wow. Arc Raiders. That's the one.
Oh! What about that one?
Yes. So they had they were using AI voices for a while, and then now they're at the point where they're like, okay, we're not using AI voices anymore. We're actually gonna hire some voice actors and gonna use them instead of AI. So it's like kind of like a placeholder, I guess. And I don't know, just like anytime I feel like, especially in the gaming community and stuff like that, it's like anytime AI gets mentioned, it's just like absolutely not. So it's like everyone is super critical right now of like who is using AI and who isn't, and obviously like Microsoft and all that stuff is using AI to like the maximum, and Nvidia and all that stuff. So it's just like that stuff is not very good. But I don't know. There is a use for it, but at the same time, it's just like it's not being used well.
Yeah.
And like all these stories about like the people falling in love with their AIs and stuff like that, and like causing these huge rifts in their relationship, and it's just really weird and awkward. Or just weird.
That that part, I don't. It's like I get it, but I don't like it.
Right.
That part, and I can see with like companies using that to make products and stuff like that, how people can like be against that, because like especially with the whole AI voices, it's like that literally takes someone's job away.
Right. And CEOs are realizing that, oh, AI is super easy to use, let's lay off a bunch of people. And that's been happening for a while now. So it's just like,
and that's so AI as a tool, not AI as a replacement thing, that a thing that produces things to replace people that do make things. I don't know how to say that. That I totally understand why people are against that. I'm against that. Let's see. It's like I get it, but I don't approve. I'm losing. I lost my point.
Lost your train of thought.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like the way we use it sometimes for like when we had Cortana and all that stuff, like that was fun. But at the same time, every time I look something up on Google, it's just like the AI summary and stuff like that. It's like I don't need that. I don't need Google or AI to read my emails and be like, oh yeah, this is what the summary was. It's like, I know what the summary is. Don't leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like, don't read my email for me. One, quit being nosy. And then two, I can read it myself.
Yeah, there was a meme about this very exact thing that I saw ages ago.
Because you're doing my job. It's like, it's my job to read my emails, not your job. Stop it. Now, if you're like, hey, we noticed that you're getting messages from insert junk mail generator here, and we noticed that they all come from the same email address. Would you like us to get rid of anything from this email address so you can have a cleaner inbox? And it's like, yes, thank you, AI. Thank you for making my email useful and safer. For things like that, it's like, yeah, I don't mind AI doing that, because if AI didn't do that, I'm not doing it. I'm not going through all 20,000 junk emails and making sure which ones are safe and not. I'll just have a junky email inbox. So yeah, using AI as a tool is something that I'm okay with. Using AI as a something that produces something that a person can produce, I am against that. Why am I missing 2 honey blocks? Oh, I feel sick to my stomach. Oh, I gotta go get 8 jars of honey. Oh man. It's easier now because we have like, I think we have 8 hives now. Or what? 3 nests and 5 hives. So I can easily get those 2 blocks back, but now I only can build 3 machines. But yeah. That was what I was gonna say earlier. So this is kind of the same thing that has happened in the past. So like the tractor. It's like, what are we gonna do with all these horses that don't pull stuff anymore? It's like,
or the seatbelt. I think it was, yeah. Like, I remember there was like a whole thing about like not needing the seatbelt because it was unsafe, and then people refused to wear seatbelts, and it was the whole thing, and yeah.
Yeah, and it's like any new technology, there's always like some kind of pushback for it. And the AI is no different. My thing about it is that I'm okay with using it as a tool, just like you. Well, it's like not like a tractor, because a tractor is a tool, but it literally replaced people's jobs.
Yeah.
And AI kind of does that too, because it's like, let's say an AI assistant.
Yeah. Not a fan of that. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I love an AI assistant because I can't afford a real assistant.
But at the same time, you're also drowning, like, or getting rid of like all these lakes or using so much water and stuff like that. So it's like you're also harming the environment anytime you use it, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's also a huge drawback to it. Well, actually, so yeah, I guess. So
And all the
yeah.
AI data centers that are out there now, and like people that like they say their lives are or their before it was fine, but now like the constant humming is driving them crazy, and just like their water pressure is not that great.
I saw something about that, and like they can't sell their house and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. So okay, so that's where I come into the weird dilemma, because let's say an AI powered calendar or something like that. I'm using one. And basically what I'm using it for is to help me better manage my time. When you said the whole every time it runs, it uses
Up water.
Yeah, it uses up water because it's basically running a query. At first I was like, well, it wouldn't apply because once I add the new task, it doesn't, like, I'm not querying it. And actually, anytime I make an adjustment, it basically runs. So let's say, because one of the things that it advertises is like you can, and I'm curious if like other tools do the same thing. So basically, if you have a team, and you're trying to find a time to do a meeting, what it basically can do is look at your calendar and look at the person who you're trying to meet with's calendar and find 2 spots on the calendar where they match up, and then it automatically schedules the meeting. And for me, I'm like, how much energy does that use compared to, hey, robot, make me a picture of Garfield eating a chocolate lasagna. It's like generating that image, how much energy does it use compared to hey, schedule a meeting with Juan. Is like, is that a moot point? Is it the same thing in this like semantics or something like that? Or are certain tools more energy friendly than others? Like, is generative AI more energy intensive, or are they all the same? That would be a question that I would, because it's like it's like I'm biased. It's like I don't want the tool that I'm using to be the one that ruins the earth.
Also, just general privacy concerns, I guess. Just like, I don't want this like artificial intelligence like knowing everything about me and just like assuming that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like this because I only looked at this thing once, and just like, I don't know. Targeted ads already do that in general, so just I don't need another thing to be like, oh, you like this because you saw this one thing, and just like, leave me alone.
Yeah, and it's like every time you go into a store, it like watches where you go, and then you just happen to walk past the toilet paper aisle, and then next time you look at your phone, it's like, do you need toilet paper? And you're like, stop. I hate that because it gets it wrong all the time.
Exactly.
So would you feel like, I guess I would feel in a weird spot if it was good at what it was trying to do.
But it's not even good at that, I guess. Just like,
but if it did, like, just curious, like if it was actually good at what it was trying to do, if it was like, hey, you need more ketchup, and you're like, oh, I'm actually at the store already, thank you.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if it wasn't
a line of sinker for me. I'm like, make my life easier. Don't like.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like AI is supposed to make your life easier, not like make art, quote unquote art, and like just do that. It's supposed to like help you with your taxes. It's supposed to help you with everything else, and just like not make your life simple, not make it worse or make it like harder, essentially,
and not ruin the environment.
Yes, exactly.